What's the easiest way to get ice? There are four options that you have. You could either buy it in a bag, you could get a fridge that has an ice maker in it. You could get a fridge that you could put trays in it and make your own ice manually, or you could get an ice machine. This video is about the ice maker, the ice machine. Is it worth buying? Even though I'm showing you one model in this video, it kind of applies to all of them. This one is one of the simplest models you could buy. It is a HEINNER. It does not have any buttons except an on and an off. It has a tray over here where you collect the ice, and then it has water at the bottom over here, which is what the pump pulls out and pulls up here to freeze the ice. This is the simplest model. You cannot choose the size of the cubes. You cannot choose how many it makes. It's fully automatic. When you push the power button, it makes ice if it has water and room for the ice. First question people will have, how long it takes to get the first cubes? Very, very simple answer, 7 minutes. Every 7 minutes, it's trying to pull out some cubes. The first ones will be a little bit smaller, as I'm going to show you in this video. Also, the longer you let it run, the bigger the cubes get. For those people that are trying to buy this unit to replace an ice maker in a refrigerator, you're gonna have a different experience. Even though it makes ice, it's a little bit different as far as how you deal with a unit like this as far as convenience versus a refrigerator that makes ice. This is more like a coffee maker, something you turn on in the morning and then 7 minutes later you have the first cubes, 14 minutes later you have enough cubes for a glass of cold beverage. You can easily make enough ice for a family of 2. It produces 12 kilograms or 24 pounds of ice every 24 hours. What it does, it produces enough to fit in this tray. So once the tray is full, it has a sensor over here. This sensor will stop making ice until the ice melts, goes back into the water, which the sensor will be freed at that point, and it will start making ice again. So you have to imagine it as a cycle. It takes the water from the bottom, goes through the ice maker, makes ice. The ice slowly melts because it is insulated, but it's not a refrigerator. The ice will melt, will go back into the water, and it will just keep this cycle running fresh. Now clearly there are advantages and disadvantages with every technology out there. First of all, it is very mobile. If you want to take it with you, yes you can. You have a cabin in the mountains somewhere you want to need to make ice, you could take it with you. Obviously you could buy 2 of them. They're quite not pricey. They are usually under $100. The disadvantages is that you don't have fresh ice all the time. You wake up in the morning, you want an ice cube because you have a sore, you have to wait 7 minutes before the ice cube comes up. Also, the ice cubes are not as cold. So just to give you an idea, a freezer keeps the ice cubes frozen at a much lower temperature. So if you put these in your beverage, you are going to have ice cubes that are maybe just below freezing, and therefore they will melt a lot faster into your beverage versus a refrigerator. One of the good advantages about this machine versus the refrigerator is that in the refrigerator, a lot of the times the ice takes the taste or the smell from the food that you have in the refrigerator, where this unit is a standalone unit. You could easily clean it, and then when you put ice in it, it makes very, very nice ice that does not have any food taste. But because you have to use a scooper to take the ice out, things can fall in here. You have to do some maintenance on it from time to time. If you open this lid up and there's like a dusty storm outside and you have dust coming in from your patio, then now you have dust to deal with to take it out of the ice. So obviously no solution is perfect. What it does, it makes this round ice cubes. So you can see them over here. They have a hole in the middle because of the way that the refrigerator works. And then you put them into your soda and it cools it off pretty fast. They're pretty good ice cubes, especially if you let it run continuously. It will make colder ice cubes because the entire system goes into an equilibrium where the water is colder and therefore it freezes faster, and therefore the entire unit is a lot more efficient. So if you let it run longer, like 2 or 3 hours, it will make bigger ice cubes. How about the noise that it makes? Well, we're gonna turn it on right now and you're gonna hear it. So it has a fan here on the side. and this fan is constantly running. But what's interesting about it is that the compressor, it's absolutely silent. You cannot hear a compressor noise. All you can hear is this fan here on the side. If you're looking for a party and you need a lot of ice, this machine is not going to do it. This is a personal machine that will serve maybe 2 people at a time. If you have a big party, this will not make enough ice for that. Is it worth buying? Is it worth having? Absolutely. If you don't have a refrigerator that makes ice, this is a much more convenient way than doing it in trays. It requires a lot less work from you than taking the trays and putting them in a freezer and then freeze them and then take them out of the trays and put more water in the trays and spill on the ground when you're moving from the sink to the freezer. This is definitely a much more elegant solution. Also, the trays in the freezer will have the same problem as any other ice in the fridge. It will take the taste of the food that you have in the refrigerator at that time. Also, you have to take under consideration how much a refrigerator costs that makes ice. If you live in Europe, like I do right now, a refrigerator that makes ice, it's well over $1,000. A refrigerator that is only a refrigerator and it does not have ice making capabilities, you could buy it for $300. So when you put the $300 and $100 that costs for this machine, you still have the price of the refrigerator that makes ice in the freezer automatically. Now there is a nice thing about the way that refrigerators dispose that ice, because you could have it crushed and you could just put your glass in there, and there's a convenience that comes with it. This machine cannot satisfy that convenience. But in the same time, this is a budget option for people that just don't have the means, the space for a big refrigerator, the way to run the line, or they want to have fresh ice all the time. You could even put filtered water over here, and then you're going to have that nice fresh water instead of just using whatever comes through the line in the refrigerator. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If I recommend this machine, it is definitely a buy. I'm going to put a link at the bottom of the video for those people that are interested in ice makers. I'm going to put a link at the bottom of the video to see how much they actually cost on Amazon. But I really enjoy this machine. It makes my life better on a daily basis. I think that if you are in the market for an ice maker, even the cheapest one will satisfy with no fancy buttons and no fancy bells. It will just do it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think at the bottom of this video. Vegas Romaniac out.